one game away. Blow up. We're playing for something, man. We're playing for something. It's gotta mean something to you. It gotta mean something. Everything you got. Everything you got. Let's finish this.
Do it, fellas.
Let's go.
Let's do it, fellas.
Finish 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
You ready to make history? Come on now. Yeah. You know there's these two words. And when I say them, people get goosebumps cause they know what happens next. So without further ado,
Free smoke.
look. Scared cause I'm drowning in silence with bad thoughts. These days I don't have nothing to say, man, the bag talks. I put in headphones on my driver. Pull up to the spot and give a good dick and Godiva. I can't lie, I'm uninspired. No more pillow talking about nonsense. I only stick around to put some band-aids on my conscience. I don't know why I feel so bad, nigga. That's what we do, no foundation. We don't build no more, we just screw. Half a bottle of Henny, girl, I'm going with the wind. The same niggas say they happy for me, ain't want me to win. So I'm done on my friends. Don't need help popping Coronas and reminiscing. I just call up Big Bro J and say it's time for venting. If I live forever, I hold this hate for some centuries. You don't know how much I have you doing what it meant to me, but motherfuck all that. I don't even offer up the time to make the call back. Stupid Lodo, if they don't get the picture now, man, I crop them out of the photo. I can't relate to my peers. Been doing this shit for years. I'm motivated by fears. I took the wheel and I steer. My sound not dictated by fuck boys in Atlanta. Stay gifted like this album was ghost written by Santa Bars forever, like they decided to throw me under Slammer. Every song's a hit like they picture me underhanders. I could drop 1,000,000 songs, but they never gon' understand us. Soapbox sermons for niggas never giving chances. Fight our whole lives to get these weak ass advances. Work twice as hard for the shit that they getting handed. And this ain't even nothing we chose, nigga, we branded. Still can't tell why all of these niggas mad at me. I'm trying to get 100 so I can put my team on salary. Give it all to the art, man, I turn my life to a gallery. Man, damn, what a fucked up masterpiece. 1,100 shots and I swear, man, I felt them all. If we ain't even good on our blocks, man, who can we call? Pre-decline state of mind, we broke crabs in the barrel. Got us fighting our folk, man, this shit just a life of peril.
Yo, what's up, man? Welcome back to another episode of Kicking It with Saint. I'm gonna tell y'all why I started recording this episode so late. Like, I had already planned on recording the show tonight, but I had started late. And the only reason that I started so late tonight is because tonight's episode of Nightcap, where Shannon Sharp and Ocho, it was a phenomenal episode, man. But I learned a lot of things about about Shannon Sharp tonight, bro. But first off, how's everybody doing, man? How is everybody doing out there tonight? I hope everybody's having a great day, great night, great afternoon. I told you once, I don't know why I put afternoon after night when afternoon comes before night, but you know what I'm saying? Deal with my stupidity at times. I appreciate y'all for joining me. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here with me tonight, and I truly do appreciate you for that. Or, like I said, whichever point in time you decided to click on the video and watch it. You know, I record the shows at night, but when we become like a bigger show where I'm like, it's live shows, like I'm recording them live on YouTube, these will take place at night. Like, and I know that's not going to work for some people, but I get off of work late at night. So the best time for me to record these is late at night. And on days where I got free time, I usually record multiple videos throughout the day, but I am using a lot of my free time going to be booked in this next coming year. But nonetheless, we keep grinding, we keep moving forward, and I hope everybody out there had a phenomenal day today. I hope you're having a phenomenal night, day, afternoon, you know, once again, whatever point in time you listen to this. But before we get into the Week 11 recap, I do want to talk about what I just witnessed on Nightcap, bro. For one, on Nightcap, bro, Ocho got his fiance, she got a friend, and she just go by Rail's friend, the doctor. She dropped 500 in the chat tonight, bro, for Shannon. Now, I immediately was like, bro, she just dropped 500 for the dick, bro. That's crazy, bro. Like, this supposed to be a sports show. She dropping 500 for the buns. Like, I'm like, yo, this is crazy right now, bro. She really just dropped the 500 for the penis. I was flabbergasted, bro. But this was a phenomenal episode of Nightcap, because let me tell you something. The things that I found out tonight, bro. Bro, this dude Shannon don't like cuddling for too long. And which I understand the cuddling part, bro. Like, I done been with a lot of different women who want to cuddle at all points in time of the day. Now, when I was a younger motherfucker, I was not trying to do all that cuddling and whatnot. I appreciate when you get you a woman that you feel like you're going to be with the rest of your life, you understand doing all that cuddly shit and all that other type of stuff more so. Because if you're trying to build a family with this woman and you're trying to build a relationship with this woman and like a great future, to not want to cuddle with her just don't make no sense. Like, I don't understand two parents who don't have no type of affection for each other raising kids in the house, showing them that the two parents don't fucking have no type of affection for each other. That's real weird to me. However, I don't understand. Shannon don't like cuddling for too long. He not having sex with you for longer than, I think he said, 4 minutes, which is nuts. He don't suck toes. We done learned that tonight. He don't suck toes. I wish Shannon I wish Ocho had just went ahead and asked him, do he eat booty or do he eat pussy? They should have just went ahead and asked him. Boy, I should have put a disclaimer before this video. I probably am going to put a disclaimer for this video because of something. Nah, it's not. This video not for kids, bro. Mostly grown folks is watching this or older folks is watching this. But listen. Shannon is a menace, bro. A sexual menace. And I'm not talking about in a good way. I'm talking about, bro, what woman is dealing with you for too long, bro? Bro, I'm at this point where, Shannon, any woman that want to deal with you, is dealing with you for the money, bro. Because it ain't no way you finna please a woman for multiple years and she gonna want to be with you if you having sex with her for 4 minutes. You ain't sucking on her toes, especially if she got pretty feet. Now, I'm against sucking on women's toes who don't got nice feet. But then again, I'm against wifing up women who don't got nice feet. That's just me. You could call it a foot fetish. You can call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. But my whole life, I done thought to myself, women with nasty looking feet don't deserve love. Now, listen, that might be extreme. But all I'm saying is I done been an athlete for the majority of my life. Your feet can't walk around looking like mine's, bro. It's no shot. And I done dated women who was athletes who still take care of their feet, bro. So I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. Listen, we is in a new progressive age where most men understand and most women want their feet to look nice, bro. I'm going to tell y'all a story. So back when I was in high school, you got to understand, I graduated in 2012. Okay. So when I tell y'all stories about when I was in school, understand that my last year of high school was in 2012. I dated my high school sweetheart, basically, bro. She had, when me and her finally started dating, because it took us a while to start dating, because I was a hoe for really my entire life up until like a year ago. But that's neither here nor there, though. I done told y'all that before. But listen, when I was messing with her, so back in my day, it was not popular to walk around talking about some like, bro, I like women with nice feet. Anytime you say some shit like that, they're gonna be like, oh, but this dude got a foot fetish. But I'm a type of dude who done always spoke my mind, bro. Like, I could care less about how somebody think about what I have to say, because I'm a person who don't think that a lot of the stuff that come out of my mouth is like stupid shit. I don't think a lot of stupid shit flow out of my mouth. Now, I'm not telling you that I don't say stupid shit. I'm saying the majority of the stuff I say, I done thought it through. And I'm not thinking it through from a place of stupidity. Like, I'm not one of them half-witted people who get half of the information and then I try to make a whole opinion on it. Like, no. I try to get all the information. I'm a critical thinker. And then I give you what I have to say. Now, if it come out and it's still stupid after that, then you know what I'm saying? I'm just not going to speak on the situation. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just not cut out for that situation. But for the most part, when I'm giving my opinion, it is what it is. So I just always done been that type of person who done spoke my mind, bro. I'm a very blunt person. And so when I was younger, in high school and middle school, I used to always say, like, bro, I prefer women who got nice feet, bro. Like, I'm not dealing with women who got ugly feet. And so a lot of my homeboys used to be like, oh, this dude got a foot fetish. My high school sweetheart who I started dating eventually, before me and her started dating, I told her, like, bro, I'd never date you if you got ugly feet. And she sent me a picture of her feet, and she used to, like, when she was around me, she'd have open toes on her, let me see her. But she would try to talk trash about, like, oh, you got a foot fetish, yada, yada, yada. But when we started dating, she always made sure her feet was on fleek, bro. So who really got the fetish? All I'm saying is women know, bro, we should not be walking around. And I'm not saying we as in I'm a woman, but I'm just saying if I was speaking from a woman's perspective, I'm like, bro, we can't be walking around with alligator feet, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate women who wear dresses and wear Air Force Ones or sneakers with the dresses, bro. That shit be making me so mad. Like, bro, you is a whole ass woman out here, bro. The quickest way for you to tell me you got disgusting feet as a woman is to wear a nice dress and have on some fucking Jordans with the dress, bro. Or some Vans or some weird shit. That's the quickest way to tell me you got some old nasty ass looking feet. And in that situation, I'm all with Shannon, bro. I'm with Unc, bro. I ain't sucking on your nasty ass looking feet, bro. I'm not even gonna talk to you to be a band with you if you got nasty feet. And I'm gonna keep it a whole 100 with you. Early on in the talking stage, I'm gonna find out very quickly if you got nasty looking feet, because I'm gonna straight up ask you if I ain't seen your feet by that point in time, bro. Straight up, bro. You could call it weird, you could call it what you want to, but my high school sweetheart went hard on her feet after she realized that was one of the simple things that I wanted her to do right, bro. That was one of the simple things. I wasn't telling her to walk around with crazy amounts of makeup and all this type of shit on. It was just simply the feet. And she respected the fuck out of that, bro. That's why I appreciated her, bro. She respected the fuck out of me wanting her to have nice feet, bro. She ain't never, after we started dating, she never said nothing weird about, like, why he want my feet. Bro, she always wanted her. If she pissed me off, bro, I ain't gonna get too deep into it, but listen, bro. Listen, all I'm saying is if you're a woman walking around with nasty feet, bro, seek help, bro, and seek Jesus. But back to Shannon, back to Unc. Bro, you're wildin'. You're absolutely wildin', bro. You don't suck on feet. You ain't eating the booty. You ain't eating the put. You ain't doing none of that stuff, bro. Now, I know it's going to be a lot of young dudes. Oh, bro, you eat booty. Bro, just skip over that, bro. We'll get back to that on another day. This not sucking toes, bro. Like, come on, man. And I know it's going to be some young bucks that's like, oh, I ain't going to suck on no toes. Listen, man. I'm not telling you to go out there and just be sucking on every woman's toes who you with, bro. I'm talking about if you with one woman at a time, and even if you somebody who around with multiple, bro, y'all can call whatever you want nasty, bro. I'm cool with that. I don't care. I'm not here to judge people, bro. Okay, I just know that if it's a nice looking set of feet attached to the woman that you messing with, them shits is getting sucked. All right, like Ocho said, if Ocho is a toe sucker, put me in that category with that, man. I put the whole foot in my mouth if it look good. So hey, I ain't trying to hear none of that. Unc is on. He having sex on training wheels, my boy. That man lasts 4 minutes. Don't eat butt. Don't eat puss. Don't suck toes. Shit, he probably ain't trying. He probably one of them dudes who kiss for like an hour and a half. I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. I'm gonna tell you something. Rail's friend, the doctor, bro, Unc, she ain't dropping 500 for a dude who ain't trying to suck on her toes if she got nice looking feet. Now, if she got ugly feet, bro, then I saw a woman today who on Twitter was like, if she got one sharp nailed toe and the other and all her toenails is like short, but her toes look nice, do that. I was so confused by that imagery. I wish she had just posted her picture of the feet, because she had to be talking about her feet the way she described it, bro. I'm like, bro, there's no way she just making this shit up in her head. She got to be looking at her feet right now, describing it as she typing, saying, like, basically, is my foot going to look good enough? Bitch, you should have just dropped the picture at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? And hey, listen, ladies. I know it's a lot of things, you know, because I saw a tweet. This is a funny cat thing we talking about right now, because I know it's going to be some Billie Eilish dick suckers right now. Talking about this is exactly what Billy was talking about. I just want to point out, James Harden hit a game-winning shot in a game this weekend, and Paul George picked him up. And somebody tweeted, look at Paul George deadlifting this fat motherfucker to get him. And the dude, he quote tweeted that over the Billie Eilish tweet where she was basically talking about only women get body shamed. And then when you click on her, the tweet that is talking about that, bro, every comment basically is like, yo, Billy is wrong. Like, I rock with Billy, but she crazy for saying it. But there was just further proof of that. But ladies, I know some of you, I'm talking to the ladies who don't live in this warped reality that Billie Eilish was trying to put y'all in. I'm talking about the ladies who out there who know everybody get body shamed. And this is not even a form of body shaming. Maybe what I done said about your feet is how I said, you don't even got a shot with me if you got nasty looking feet. But you know, you got to ignore me. I'm not every man in the world. What I am saying, though, is if you got nasty looking feet, that's okay. That's not the end of the world for you with other dudes. There's a lot of dudes out there who could care less what your feet look like. How do I know that? Because I got a lot of homies who got girls with alligator feet. I done seen dudes walking around with their girls with alligator feet. One of the craziest things I done never seen was when I saw one of my homeboys walking around with his girl, and she got some of the nastiest looking feet, but her toenails is so, it's not even she got nasty feet. She got long ass toenails, and she don't put no polish on them or nothing. So, and they kind of like brown. And he let her walk around with open foot toes, shoes with that shit, bro. And I'm like, bro, something gotta give. Y'all two motherfuckers getting on my nerves with this nonsense. But, you know, make up for it in other areas. Cooking. Bro, if you can cook, I know there's dudes out there who could care less what you walking around with, bro. Because I'm not an ass guy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a simple dude. Like my, the high school sweetheart I was talking about, she didn't have no fat ass. She didn't have like no huge set. Now I am the titties and face guy, but this is how I rank it, bro. I start with the face. I never understand people. I understand women who say they don't go for the face. I get that. But when it comes to men who say they don't look at the face is wild to me, bro. Unless you're a certain looking man and you don't have no type of self-esteem. But other than that, I got to wake up with you the rest of my life, bro. I understand women when they be talking about, oh, I care about more about him making me laugh and yada, yada, yada. For a man, the first thing is I got to wait. Because I understand women done told me multiple times that a man look more attractive to me the more I'm with him because of the things he do for me. And not in a monetary way, just like how he make me feel, yada, yada, yada. I'm not even approaching you if I don't think you look nice. Now, some dudes not approaching you if you ain't got a big ass or big. I don't care about that, bro. Now, I don't want your chest to be small. Like, I always tell women, bro, my chest muscles can't be bigger than your boobs, bro. It just can't work like that. But I don't care if you got no fat ass. That don't bother me. But you got it. The two things that is like, it's non-negotiable for me. You cannot have ugly feet, bro. Point blank, period. Especially you got a pretty face with ugly feet, bro. Who raised you? But let's talk about some. I'm just saying, man. Nightcap was a pretty good show tonight. They was doing a lot of singing on the show tonight. And you know, we do a lot of singing on this show. But they gotta, I saw somebody donated them money just to say, y'all need to make an album and throw that shit in the trash. And I wholeheartedly agree with that, man, boy. Because I'm telling you, boy, them boys could be the backup singers to the backup singers, bro. Because my goodness, man, them boys is tone deaf. That boy, Shannon, a baritone, boy. Every song he sing, he got singing in that deep ass voice, bro. And everything, Ocho hilarious because everything he sing like a motherfucker who can't sing. So, you know, motherfuckers who can't sing always tone deaf. So they sing shit in like a higher tone and a higher pitch than it actually is. Like if a motherfucker started singing like, let's say somebody sang Never Mind, I'll Find Someone. What's that song called? Matter of fact, no, not that. Let's say if Ocho tried to sing, he'd be like, let me photograph you in this light. And then when they feel like it's too high and the pitch off, they start to get a little quiet. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to try to mimic bad singing because I actually can sing. But then Shannon will try to hit you. What was the song he was singing tonight? They were singing that, we look for love inside the cause and the beauty. Shannon was singing it like, we look for love inside the... But he wasn't doing it. It didn't sound good, though. Because, you know, it is some singers out there who got that deep voice who can sing shit real good. I'm trying to think of the dude who it is. It's not Marvin Gaye or Al Green, I don't think. I can't remember who it is. I'm on the stage right now, singing your favorite song. Look in the crowd and you know where to be found as they sing along. I say... Bro, have y'all heard that song by Tootsie? And it's a remix to it by I think a woman on TikTok did a remix. I struggle to love myself because you told me you're so perfect for me. Bro, she's singing in a hella high-pitched song. I'm not even going to try to sing it as high-pitched she's singing in. That shit kind of hard, though, once you get past how high the pitch is. That shit pretty hard. I ain't going to lie to you. Shit pretty hard. Y'all got to check that out. It's like Tootsie. I don't even remember the name of this fucking song. Oh, favorite song. And I don't know what you would call it because I don't think it's the remix because it's a remix out there with Khaled on it. But it's a woman on this remix, bruh. I just know she started, bruh. She's singing, she the cover of it, bruh. She got like on a fire ass jacket, bro, in the video. And she got red hair. But it ain't sexy red, though. I know y'all ready for me to start talking football, huh? Ready for me to start talking? Let me photograph you. I always go to this song. Yeah, I done sung this before. I realized that. No more Adele that shit, bro. That's why. You know what? I don't understand why people still be hating on Beyonce. I just thought about that in my head because I was having this conversation at work the other day. I'm not understanding why people still hating on Beyonce, bro. Beyonce got a hell of a catalog. And you know what else I realized when I was at work the other day before I get into the sports? R. Kelly got a fucking catalog, bro. If he wasn't such a weirdo to a lot of people, his catalog might be better than Michael Jackson. I'm not telling you he got a better catalog than Michael Jackson. What I'm saying is, if I sit down and go through Michael's and through MJ's and R. Kelly's catalog, bro, R. Kelly might got the better catalog. But I'm not going to say he do definitively because Mike, Mike, man. It's a lot of songs by R. Kelly that a lot of people don't know or it's not as big that I fucking love, bro. Did you get my call? That love letter shit. Did you get my love letter? Did it touch your heart? That's my shit. When you read my love letter. That's my shit. Hey, yo, shout out to all the people who watching that Draymond Green video. That shit done touched damn near 300 views, bro. Damn near 300 views, bro. I truly appreciate that, bro. Did you get my call? That's that shit. And he got that. When a woman loves, she loves for real. She took me back. That's my shit, bro. About 1,000 times. That is my shit. And I'm forever indebted to her cause. When a woman loves. Boy, y'all gotta go check the boy. That motherfucker R. Kelly got some bops, bro. What he got? You know he got that. I wish. Bro, I got a dude at work he black and he didn't know who R. Kelly was, bro. Like he knew who R. Kelly was. He said just straight off the Boondocks, but he don't know no songs by R. Kelly. He didn't know that I Believe I Can Fly was by R. Kelly. He ain't never heard none of the actual classics by R. Kelly. So, he ain't never heard When a Woman's Fed Up. You know who else got a nice classic to hop off of R. Kelly real quick? Tyrese do a lot of that crying shit. And I know people be clowning Tyrese, bro, but Tyrese still got that. I was excited cause I was falling in love with you. Now that I'm falling, what am I gonna do? I was excited cause I was falling in love with you. Now that I've fallen, what am I gonna do? That's that shit, bro. I know everybody else got their other Tyrese songs that they like, but that right there, that's my favorite Tyrese song. But back to R. Kelly. I'm just saying, I know a lot of people not gonna rock with R. Kelly, bro, but R. Kelly got a lot of fucking bops, bro. I wish that I could hold it instead of y'all throwing heavy stones at me. Somebody pray for me. Oh, I wish that I could hold you now. Oh, R. Kelly got some of the best ad-libs. Oh, somehow I know in a better place. Come on and braid my hair. Come on and braid my hair. I'm trying to tell you, bro. R. Kelly got some. He was the Migos before the Migos, but motherfucker was just sitting through them songs ad-libbing. And I know y'all remember the. And I can't believe that we've been messing with the same girl. And she ain't gonna. Well, I can't even remember the lyrics to that shit, but I remember the T-Pain version. Hi, my name is Teddy. Fortunately, y'all don't know me, but I couldn't help but overhear what y'all was saying about TTC. I know I too. Obviously, so do you. So I'm going into this conversation too. Yo, that shit is hard. I ain't gonna lie. I can't do that I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. My whole life I done tried to be able to hit the notes on that T-Pain verse. It's so rare that I can actually hit the notes on that shit. When he started hitting like the, now ain't no holder back up. It's gonna make me act up. I'm out here busting my ass for her and her to turn her back up. And you just can't tell me that you didn't see a ring on a finger. But see, I know that I could do it like that at a lower tone and make it sound nice and etch that and, you know, work that out to get it. I want to hit it in that high note like T-Pain hit that shit in. And I know you did, and I know you couldn't tell me that you didn't see the ring on her finger. I was even trying to help her be a singer. That's why she was at that party in Atlanta. You see what I'm saying, bro? Like, if I could hit them notes like that, bro, like T-Pain, bro, I could, wow. I know people think T-Pain can't sing because he used auto-tune, bro, but I wish y'all understood how auto-tune actually worked. People actually do have to know how to sing to use auto-tune a lot of the times. Like, you just can't be an untalented motherfucker going in trying to sing auto-tune. It don't work like that. I know a lot of people would like to think it worked like that because for some reason broke people don't want to give celebrities no type of credit. But we 23 minutes into the show, and I ain't talked a lick of motherfucking sports, bro. So if you still rocking with me right now, which I know a lot of you are, and I truly do appreciate that. But let's start getting into this sport. But first, let me take a sip of water. All right, that was bigger than a sip. That was like a gulp, but nonetheless. Week 11 in the NFL. We are here, bro. We are here. Chicago was in Detroit. Now, I know, so first off, Chicago ended up losing this game 26-31. I want to say a couple things about this game before I just head to the next game. Because I saw somebody tweet, Justin Fields had a great game and gave the Chicago Bears yet another tough choice to make when draft time comes up. This man's record is so far in the dirt as far as being under 500. How in God's name is one good game out of all these other bad games giving Chicago another decision to make? I just don't understand it. They could have drafted a quarterback last year. If you pass on a quarterback once again to keep Justin Fields, this is just franchise malpractice, bro. Because you're making so many other good moves, bro. I keep telling y'all, Chicago's defense is not going to be trash for long, bro. They are making great moves. I like the Sweat move. I like the Tremaine Edmonds move. Eddie Jackson and a lot of these different dudes on the Chicago defense are great players. And if you get a great defensive coordinator who can get these dudes playing as one, Chicago going to have a great defense again. And it won't be too long before that take place. However, Chicago's offense, it's not, bro, I don't care that they put up 26 points. They should have probably put up 40. Detroit threw 3 interceptions, had a fumble. Like, they should have put up more points than this. They barely, bro, I think they scored a touchdown on one of those turnovers, bro. I'm trying to remember. Bro, at the end of the day, Justin Fields is not the answer for this team. If I get it, I'm not telling you that Justin Fields had to go out there and put up multiple points on all those turnovers. But what I'm telling you is the Chicago offense lost yet another game in which the defense did play good enough to win this game. Regardless of what you might think. I know some people think that the defense need to go out there and give up less than 10 points a game or some shit like that, but that's not true. If you watch throughout the entirety of the game, Detroit's defense played about the same game that Chicago's defense played. So if you feel like Detroit played a good enough game defensively, so did Chicago, and Chicago had more turnovers in the game. The problem is, what's the purpose of a turnover if you don't score points off of them or if you don't flip the momentum off of it? It don't feel like the momentum in this game ever really flipped. And mind you, Chicago was winning for the majority of this game. It was never like a Chicago buckled down in this game. This turnover ended the game. This turnover really put the nail in the... No, because Chicago's offense never really truly got going in a sense that you knew that if you turn the ball over, Chicago probably was going down the field and getting some points off of it. If you get 4 turnovers, bro, you have to get at least 14 points. No, 17 points off of that, in my opinion. To not score all those points off of that many turnovers, to me, is just showing you how bad incompetent an offense is. And for Detroit, because we already knew how I felt about Chicago. Really, the only thing I want to say about Chicago is shout out to the defense because they is doing exactly what I felt like they would be doing. They doing it a little bit quicker than I thought they'd do it. But to Detroit, bro, I already done told y'all I didn't think Detroit was a Super Bowl contending team. But this is just further proof that I don't think Detroit is a Super Bowl contending team, bro. Because for one, they done came back down to earth over the last couple weeks, and they have to. And I understand they beat the Chargers, but the Chargers are below 500 because they lost again today. So I don't care that they beat the Chargers, bro. The Chargers not a team that's beating the top teams on a weekly basis, yearly basis. That's just not what's happening. Detroit is surviving off of the fact that and I think it's very interesting that every time you want to talk about Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, you want to bring up the level of competition they play against. Well, let's talk about the level of competition that the Detroit Lions continue to beat. They beat Patrick Mahomes in the first week of the season when he didn't have his best receiving his best receiving weapon, and they didn't have Chris Jones. Now, you look at these other teams he done lost against his top teams, and you look at the teams that they beat and that we don't look at as contending teams. But I don't hear people running around saying, oh, Detroit only beat the bad teams like you do for Tua Tagovailoa. So, to me, whoop-de-fucking-do that Detroit found a way to eke out this victory. But Detroit over the last couple weeks, to me, look like a team that's going home in the second round. Because they'll probably get a favorable matchup in the first round for the simple reason it's a lot of bad teams in the NFC that might make the playoffs. However, I'm going to put it into you to you like this. If Detroit had to play a healthy San Francisco, Dallas, or Philly right now, they would get slapped around. I'm at the point where I believe if they played a healthy Tampa Bay, they could end up losing that game because Tampa Bay's offense is not as bad as it's not as great as some of their stats be looking, but it's also not as bad as their record might say make you believe they are. I look at Detroit's offense and I see a lot of the Tampa Bay offense, bro. To be honest. And shout out to Baker Mayfield, who I be talking a lot of shit about, but this is probably one of his best years in my opinion. I'm not gonna lie to you. I be watching Baker play still. And this is probably one of his better years, in my opinion. But Detroit did end up eking out this victory. So good for Detroit. But for Chicago, if you really think that I was going to say Deshaun Watson, if you really think that Justin Fields need another year, that's just insanity to me at this point. But the New York Giants was in Washington. They end up winning this game 31-19. Now, this was, I think this dude, I was going to say something. I think this dude's name was something DeVito, Danny DeVito. I can't remember what this dude's name is, man, but it's something DeVito, I think, for the Giants. The interception in this game that basically sealed the deal, bro, by Sam Howell or Howell, whatever his first name is, Howell, was just insane, bro. Not to mention, as I'm watching this game, his footwork sometimes, bruh, I don't know how he done got away with having some of this footwork. Bruh, Sam Howell got terrible footwork at times. I don't know if this dude's first name is really Sam Howell. I can't remember his first name off the top of my head, but I'm calling him Sam Howell. I don't know if maybe it's because I haven't watched enough of him this year. I done watched him multiple times, but maybe it's just I wasn't honing in on that as much as I was the defense. Bro, his footwork is god-awful at times in the pocket. Go look at the pick he threw to end this game. Bruh. What the fuck? And this is what I was saying when I was telling y'all a couple weeks ago what I was seeing from Will Levis. Now, mind you, they dumbed it all the way down for him today. They was not letting him throw that ball around the field today. But this is what I'm seeing from certain quarterbacks. Like Kenny Pickett might be bad, but it's not often that his footwork is as bad as some of these other quarterbacks, which is probably why people think Kenny Pickett got a chance at times, because you don't realize that he could be even worse if his footwork was even worse or worse than it, I guess it already is. But the footwork of Sam Howell, some of these dudes got atrocious footwork and make bad decisions. And that's a double dumb. You make bad decisions and you got bad footwork, bro. You're going to throw a lot of interceptions in this league and going to turn the ball over a lot. So that last interception that Sam Howell threw was just absolutely ridiculous. But what I want to also say is the fact that Ron Rivera still has a job after this game was over. See, this is my problem with the Washington. The defense really don't do shit for the offense, to be completely honest with you, in the grand scheme of things. Really, the offense has been carrying this team all year. When the offense decide to have a great game, they find a way to win that game. And it allows the defense to be good enough to stay in the game. Because it's probably they're going against an incompetent offense, unless they go against the Eagles, in which for some reason they play great against the Eagles, even though they lost both those games. Eric Bieniemy's offense is the only thing keeping this Commanders team from being winless right now, in my opinion. So shout out to Ron Rivera. He should be thanking cancer every day of his life in the sense of that is the only fucking reason he still got this job. Because if he had never got diagnosed with that, he would not have this job right now. And I'm sympathetic to the cancer part. But I'm telling you, at this point in time, what is he done that should have had him keep this job for as long as he done had it now? That's my only argument. That I would talk more about the New York win, but we all know that win don't mean shit for New York. They're not making the playoffs. Dallas was in Carolina. They end up winning that game 33-10. What's my man's name? Buddy had another pick six today. It gave him his 6th one of the season, bro. And I think that's like tied for the most all time in a season. How did I forget my dude's name this quick, bro? It's not Bland. It's not Branch. I don't know how I forgot this man's name, bro. I'm actually pretty irritated. Hold up, bro. I might actually look my man's name up, bro, because I don't know why I forgot his name that quick, bro. It's actually pretty crazy that I forgot his name that quick. But yeah, Deron Bland. So I actually did know my man's name. I'm just retarded, but nonetheless. Deron Bland got his 6th pick 6 of the season. I told y'all last night that it was a great possibility that not CJ Stroud, that it could end up being a pick 6 thrown in this game. Shout out to Dallas for getting this win. What I want to talk about is the fact that I saw a report after the game that said that Frank Wright is probably going to get fired at the end of the season, that like his seat is the hottest in the league because they knew this would be a bad season, but they didn't know it would be this bad. Once again, I ask, what the fuck did you see from Frank Wright that made you say, yeah, let me get him immediately after getting fired in Indy and bring him over to Carolina? I'm telling you, bro, it makes no sense. The Chargers were in Green Bay in a game that I said they had to win. They lose 20-23. This is not even a big game, bro. This was not a big game. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna come back to this game because I'm gonna spend a lot of this episode on that game. So I'm actually come back to that game in a minute. Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Pittsburgh lost 10-13, bro. Now, I told y'all yesterday the reason I was picking Cleveland. The defense is better than, for one, fuck being better than Pittsburgh. It's just one of the best defenses in the NFL, and they proved that once again. Myles Garrett winning Defensive Player of the Year right now. There's no questions about it. But whoever they had playing at quarterback, whether it be DTR or whoever else, the hell else they had playing it, Kenny Pickett not that much better than whoever they playing. I didn't know if he was better than they backup. So that's why it was easy for me to pick Pittsburgh to lose this game, bro, to be quite frank with you. And I know a lot of people are showing that play with Kenny Pickett throwing the ball to nobody basically to end the game. Listen, I've been telling y'all all year that Pittsburgh is one of the luckiest teams. They is clearly living right because this team should probably not even have a win on the season at this point with how bad this offense is. But here we are. I just also want to say something. Every single night for like the last 2 months, at a certain time, police cars. That's all you hear outside, bro. It's actually fucking irritating. But nonetheless, the Vegas Raiders were in Miami taking on the Miami Dolphins. And Antonio Pierce clearly done made a difference for this team. They do lose 13-20 to Miami, but they played a far more competitive game in this game. They could have actually had opportunities to win this game, but turnovers not going to help. Jalen Ramsey went up. It was like he was floating in the air to get that last interception he had. I hope he didn't hurt himself too much after that interception, but my man got high as a kite. Well, he got high up there in the air. And like it was like he was floating on air to get that last interception. I also want to point out Jalen Ramsey done been back for 3 games, got 3 interceptions. My boy is back to being one of the best cornerbacks in football. Miami did end up winning this game. But Antonio Pierce, to me, has proven that he deserved to get a head coaching opportunity in this league. He got the Raiders playing this much more inspired already. Now, it could have a lot to do with them not liking Josh McDaniels. And what did that say about an owner? When you hire an owner and a GM, when y'all hire a head coach, they got such a negative result out of your team. And when he immediately leave, you see the competitiveness on your team immediately amp up. I mean, this bad decision making by these teams, bro. Like I said, they ruining careers. But Tennessee was in Jacksonville. They lose 14-34. What I like about Jacksonville Shout out to Calvin Ridley, who having a great season and had a great game in this one. What I like about Jacksonville is they trying to become a team that don't rely on having to have great run games in order to have a great pass game. They trying to build this team to have a great passing offense where they can play off, where they don't have to play off of the run all the time. And I think that's the smartest thing to do, because as good as I think Travis Etienne is, you need you need Trevor Lawrence to be the big dog on this team. You need to know that he can win games without having a great run game. Now, I'm not advocating that you don't have a great run game. You already have a great run game, so that's a positive. But what I'm saying is you don't want to lean so far into that great run game that Trevor Lawrence can't go out there and win you games when the run game is struggling. Because there will be games where your run game is not as great as you want it to be. You need the offense to be able to still go out there and have to pass the ball all over the yard and have some type of success and be able to win that game. And I like that that's what Doug Peterson is trying to turn this offense into, because in the long run, it's going to work out. Arizona was in Houston. This was a great game. Maybe it was a great game because C.J. Stroud threw 3 interceptions. One of them bitches was in the end zone, in the red zone. But nonetheless, Arizona lost 16-21. Houston might end up making the playoffs in the AFC. You look at the Joe Burrow-led Bengals not going to make it more than likely. I know the Bills, people think they're not going to make it, but I do think the Bills will make it. The Bills kicked ass today, but it's a good opportunity that somebody got to take the Bengals spot. Now, I understand Cleveland has a great record right now, too. They are 7-3. All this without Deshaun Watson for most of these games, by the way. I also want to go back to the point that I kept telling y'all, Kevin Stefanski. I got on here on a yearly basis telling y'all that Kevin Stefanski is not the problem. Kevin Stefanski is not the problem. Kevin Stefanski is a good enough head coach. Kevin Stefanski is a good enough head coach. Wow. Look at what's happening. Kevin Stefanski is happening to be a good enough head coach. It's crazy. It's another coach who I think is a pretty good head coach. I'm going to get to him in a minute, but it's a caveat on that, I guess you would say. Yeah, but 3, I think it was 4 turnovers on the day for C.J. Stroud. I can't remember if he fumbled or not. That's a little murky in my brain right now. I know he had 3 picks, but they still found a way to win. And I know some people are going to want me to be critical of him. Obviously, he know that that's something he can't do, but I told y'all. And C.J. Stroud don't even have to do as much as some of the other players. Like he not even one of them players who they make do a whole bunch of extra shit. He got a lot of talent. Tank Dell is a stud. And great game by their running back, Singletary, I think it was Singletary who had a great game today for them. I don't think it was Pierce. I think it was Singletary. But, what was I about to say about this? Oh, yeah. The reason I'm not mad about the 3 interceptions is because this is not something that he do on a normal basis. He's not a quarterback to go out there and turn the ball over. For me to expect a quarterback to never have a rough passing game, it's just insane to me, man. Like, defenses get paid too, so I'm not finna be killing my boy over that. Tampa Bay was in San Francisco. They lose 14-27. Shout out to Tampa Bay. Shout out to Brock Purdy, who had a phenomenal game. Now, a lot of that got to do with how bad this fucking Tampa Bay defense seemed to be on a weekly basis at times, but nonetheless, great game for him. I don't want to talk about him, though. I want to talk about Baker Mayfield. Tampa Bay should invest in Baker. I would probably give Baker a full year. I would probably give him another year. And this sound crazy. I know this sound crazy, what I'm saying right now. But if Tampa Bay had a better defense, this team might actually put up more. They do struggle to score the points efficiently, as efficient as you would like. But I'm kind of convinced that if Bruce Arians was the offensive coordinator of this team, this would be a better offense. I don't know what it is, but maybe Baker being through all he done been through over these last couple years he done figured it out. Because if he had played this good or just played the way he playing now in Cleveland, they would have been a better team. He had the talent in Cleveland. He had the defense in Cleveland. I don't understand now why he chose to be as good. Either way, this Baker Mayfield right now, and I'm going to give him his last name Mayfield back for a minute. If he keep playing this good, they could end up still in this division, because I don't think the Saints is a guarantee. I don't think that the Falcons is a guarantee. The Bucks could end up walking away and winning this division or squeaking out this division, because Baker Mayfield, I just told you I was going to give him his name. Baker has not been, to me, the reason they lose these games. And I also think he done things to help them win. Like that drive that he had in Houston a couple weeks ago, I never thought I'd see Baker put together a drive like that. I went back and watched that drive a couple times, bro. That might be one of my favorite. That might be Baker's best drive, in my opinion. The way he knew the game was on the line, that was just a masterful drive, bro. And I see Baker do a lot of stupid shit in the pocket when he get under pressure. The decisions he made on that drive was so clean, so precise. It was a quarterback who clearly knew what to do. He knew what he needed to do and wanted to win that game. That's why I said I could hold nothing against him in that loss against Houston. But if Baker continue to play like this, I ain't gonna lie, man. You put in a good enough team. I don't know, man. If he played like this, he basically is a Jared Goff, or a little bit better than Jared Goff, in my opinion. That's how surprised I am, how good I think he done played this year. So if you somebody who a fan of Baker and you used to me talking shit about Baker, you better record that. You better, record that last part that I just said and, frame it, put it on a video recorder or something, or however you got to do to keep that in your heart, because I don't know if I'll ever be that loving of Baker again. But anyways, Seattle was in LA, and I picked LA for a reason, bro. When you got a kryptonite, you just got to accept that you got a kryptonite. The Rams just swept the Seahawks this year, and this is another proof that the Seahawks ain't winning shit this year either. For one, I understand when you just have a kryptonite against a team. But that means you need to go 1-1 against that team, not 0-2 against that team, especially when that team is not a great team. Going 0-2 against the Rams would have been feasible. It would have been all right if this was a Super Bowl contending Rams team. This is not that. This Rams team is borderline a tanking team. And a rebuilding team for sure. So to lose both games to this team when you feel like you are a Super Bowl contending team should let the Seahawks know exactly where they stand in the grand scheme of things. Because there's just no way you lose both games this season against not only just a divisional opponent, but you lost them against a divisional opponent who not a Super Bowl contending team. The 49ers are 100% about to win that division. There's no two ways around it. But this is exactly why I cannot take the Seattle Seahawks series. Because like I said, when you have a kryptonite, I understand that. Some teams just face you better than other teams. That's like the Joe Burrow and the Browns. This right here is unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. Not to mention, Matt Stafford damn near got taken to see the king tonight when he got hit in this game. Buddy flew up the middle. I can't remember who it was who hit him, but he flew up the middle head first and destroyed Matt Stafford, bro. That shit was crazy. The Jets lose 6-32 in Buffalo. Listen, baby. The boys are back in town. Listen, great win. Buffalo didn't even have it wasn't even what's my man's name? Stephon Diggs, who had the big game. I cannot remember the dude's name, and it's so crazy, bro, because I was watching it again. I can't remember my man's name. I watched this game too. I can't remember his name. He had 4 catches and he had a big game. I cannot remember. You ain't gonna guess his name if you didn't watch the game. I'm just telling you that right now, because it's not Gabe Davis. That's not who I'm thinking of, and it wasn't Dawson Knox either. It's a player that you ain't never heard of on this team, and I can't remember his name at the moment. But he had the big game for Josh Allen. What's my other man's name? Cook had 70 rush yards in this game, and he had a better game in this. Now, I don't really like celebrating 70 rush yards, specifically because this ain't something he do on a regular basis. But I have to celebrate it because this is specifically something he don't do on a regular basis. Like, if it's Derrick Henry in his prime, obviously we're not celebrating 70 yards because Derrick Henry probably averaging 100 yards a week or 90 at the minimum. But Josh Allen got help from other places in this game. Yes, he turned the ball over, but at the end of the day, the Jets' offensive line and quarterback play is just not good enough. It's just not. The offensive line is god awful. And I don't know who y'all think that receiving core out there for the Jets is, but the only star on that receiving core, the only stud on that receiving core is Garrett Wilson. People keep saying Alan Lazard this, Alan Lazard that. Bro, Alan Lazard is a number 2 or 3 option. And I don't even think he really a number 2. I think he a number 3 in my opinion. That's what he done always been in my opinion. But yeah, you don't have, they got good enough talent. Breece Hall is struggling too. But like I said, I don't really know what Breece can do. Breece is actually a great player. I just don't know what he's going to be able to do when every time you get a handoff, basically everybody on the opposing team is in the backfield as soon as you get that handoff. Zach Wilson done struggled all year with these turnovers and with just not being good enough. And I understand how great the defense is for the New York Jets, but at the end of the day, if you always playing from behind, so you always have to play a perfect game if you're the New York Jets defense, eventually, bro, that just tire you out and you eventually start to just give up a game like this. So it is what it is. Minnesota ended up beating Denver on Sunday Night Football. They ended up losing to Denver 20-21 on Sunday Night Football. And this was a perfect example of defense throughout the game being played great does not matter. Defense in spots does. Denver was losing most of this game, but they defense played good defense throughout the majority of this game. When they needed a stop to win the game, they got it. When Minnesota needed a stop to win the game, they couldn't get it. They played defense good throughout the entire game too, was leading most of the game. But when they needed to get the stop that really solidified the defense for them, they couldn't get it, which is further proof. Playing great defense throughout the entire game makes no difference. Playing great defense in spots is everything. And to me, that was proven again tonight. But shout out to Russell Wilson, who had a good game, in my opinion. But I want to go back to this Chargers game, because am I blaming Justin Herbert for this loss? No, I guess not. No. He did have a drop touchdown. Keenan Allen dropped a touchdown, and a buddy on the outside, who I can't remember his name at the moment, dropped a touchdown, a possible touchdown. So I get it. Keenan Allen's was 100% should have been a touchdown. I don't know if Buddy would have got caught from behind on his touchdown, so I can't tell you if that could have been a touchdown or not. But Keenan Allen's would have 100% been a touchdown. This is my problem. You see how I quickly said that about those two? That's only because I knew that's what other people was going to lean to. Why do y'all not do that to Justin Herbert throughout these games? Justin Herbert can play a great game through the first 2 quarters, and then through the second 2 quarters, the last 2 quarters of the game, he start overthrowing people, the ball a little bit off, throwing behind people, not getting the ball out in time, taking bad sacks. He might throw an interception down the stretch here or there. His mistakes never get magnified like y'all do for the other players on these teams. The fact that y'all think Justin Herbert play a perfect game throughout the entirety of these games just tells me that y'all don't watch these games. Justin Herbert might play great games in the grand scheme of things, but if we doing the breakdown the game, Justin Herbert do not be putting together a full great game all the time. A lot of these big games that he play in, he don't play good in the second half of these games. But y'all keep blaming other people. I looked at the interview from Brandon Staley tonight, and what I saw from a man was somebody who finally lost his patience and blamed Brandon Staley and his defense for everything. And he can't come out and blame Justin Herbert. But I know a part of him wanted to say, why do you motherfuckers not ask Justin Herbert when is he going to make the key plays and key situations to get us over the hump at times? Because I understand all these wins he got against teams that don't matter, against games that's not big, that y'all try to make big games because they was struggling throughout the whole game and found a way to come back and win the game. We're not talking about them games. Or his one win he had against, or his 2 wins he had against Pat Mahomes that ended up meaning nothing. Y'all keep blaming Brandon Staley, and I said it early in the year. I knew this was going to happen. When the defense for the Chargers put together like 3 or 4 phenomenal weeks of great defensive play, the Chargers did not go 4-0 in that stretch. Why? Not because of the defense, because the offense was not good enough. For y'all to watch these fucking games and continuously blame the defense of the Chargers for everything is insane. The Chargers defense picked off Trevor Lawrence 4 times in that playoff game. They still lost. The standard that y'all are trying to set for the Chargers defense and Brandon Staley is insane. Am I sitting here telling you that Brandon Staley is a great head coach? Absolutely not. He done made bad decisions left and right. But what I am telling you is Y'all are not giving him any type of fair treatment because his defense is not why they are losing these games. These motherfuckers held the Green Bay Packers to 23 fucking points. Now let me put that in perspective for you for a quick second. Baltimore put up 34 against the Bengals. Detroit put up 31 against Chicago. The Giants put up 31 against Washington. Dallas put up 33 against Carolina. Do you see where I'm getting at? Most of these teams who actually know what they're doing on offense, hell, even the Giants who don't, usually give you 30-something points. Green Bay scored 23. I'm not understanding. What do y'all want this team to go out there and have to do every week on a weekly basis? They get tired just like the offense. Not to mention, the defense is usually reacting, unlike the offense, who is usually dictating. So I'm not understanding this excuse tour that y'all keep running on with Justin Herbert, because all I know is when Lamar Jackson and the Ravens lost a game to the Steelers this year where the receivers dropped 3 touchdowns and 8 passes, y'all said Lamar Jackson had to be better. Y'all said Lamar Jackson not playing good enough. Y'all said the Ravens ain't getting their money's worth out of Lamar Jackson. But now all of a sudden when it come to Justin Herbert, and I'm going to always be fair with every quarterback. Y'all know that. So if it was, that's why I said I'm not going to put the loss on Justin Herbert because touchdowns were dropped. 1 for sure. But that happened to a lot of different quarterbacks. I still critique Lamar throughout games where he could be better. Y'all don't seem to want to ever critique Justin Herbert. And that's my problem with him. Hell, I don't even think I critique him enough on this show compared to how I critique some of these other quarterbacks. But it's probably because he's not usually in the big games. So I don't pay him as much attention as I do to big game quarterbacks. But if Justin Herbert put together the second halves that he put together in the first half, I promise you this team will win more games. But for some reason, y'all always let Justin Herbert off the hook when he don't put together the cleanest halves to win games. But y'all be quick to try to blame these other players, bro. It's absolutely insane. But we should be back tomorrow for Philadelphia KC. And with that being said, I appreciate you for joining me on another episode of Kicking It with Saint. Hey, this was really fun. We hope you liked it too. Seems like we've just begun when suddenly we're through. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. 'Cause now it's time to go. The moon, the bear in the big blue house will be waiting for you to come and play. To come and play from the top, from the top, from the top. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye, goodbye. I wish I had an ad libber, but tonight is time to go. Do, 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 do. But hey, I say, well, that's okay, 'cause we'll see you very soon, I know. Very soon, I know. That was my shit, bro. Bear in the Blue House used to be that shit. But listen, I appreciate you for joining me on another episode of Kicking It with Saint. Tell somebody you fuck with him. Tell somebody you love him. You can be anything in the world. Choose to be kind to somebody else today. Listen, it's very easy to shoot a smile somebody's way. All right? That's all you got to do. I done told y'all multiple times. If y'all shoot a smile somebody's way. Oh, actually, you know what? Cut this real quick, bro. Cut the motivational thing real quick, because I want to address something real quick, bro. To my fellas out there, yo, tighten up, bro. I saw this woman the other day on Twitter talk about she don't know no woman who ain't never been sexually assaulted. And I believe her, because I'm around a lot of weird-ass niggas. Oh, fuck. I'm around a lot of weird-ass dudes who do a lot of weird shit to women who bro, I'm around certain dudes who don't know how to talk to women without talking about fucking them. Like, dead ass. Like, I know dudes who can't even think about nothing to say about, like, not even talking to the woman. They can't talk to they homies about this woman without every sentence being, man, I want to fuck this bitch. I want to get, you know what I'm saying? So, bro, y'all got to tighten up, bro. Y'all scaring off the hoes. Dead ass. And respectfully, y'all scaring off these women, man. And I don't like that, because I'm going to have a daughter one day, hopefully. And I can't have this nonsense, bro. Y'all got to stop being weirdos. I done said this multiple, and maybe the reason I'm not no weirdo, I don't carry around this weirdo energy, is because I done been blessed enough to mostly be able to be with a lot of women in my life. I done been rejecting stuff like just like every other dude, but I guess I haven't been deprived of pussy my whole life like most dudes have. I done pretty much had a good, pretty good experience with dealing with women. So I guess that's why I ain't never felt like I had to be no fucking weirdo or carry around no weirdo type of energy. Or maybe I just think that's just weird to treat other human beings in that type of light where you over-sexualize them every single time you deal with them. You can't keep your hands to yourself. You can't say nothing to them without it being some type of perverted ass joke. Yo, tighten the fuck up, bro. And I'm not trying to hear that shit. Oh, well, if they dress like this and that, you could still be the bigger person, bro. You could still, and I'm not talking about, oh, you got to respect the Suki Hanas and them hoes walking around talking crazy and doing stuff. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about respect human beings, bro. Period. Like, y'all got to chill out with this treating these, like, you know what I find very interesting? People would be quick to say, like, oh, well, women got to dress like this and that. Bro, the woman who was saying the message she was sending, she wasn't dressed like no thought, like no slut, like all these weird things we like to tell women they are when they dress. And I understand the one thing. I done seen a woman walk into the store with basically a bra and a thong on. That is a problem. That still don't mean you should be putting your hands on that woman. That still don't mean you should be going up and approaching and touching on that woman. All right. Now I know that's that's a certain type of woman looking for a certain type of attention, but still, be better. Point blank period. If you had a daughter, you wouldn't want nobody doing that to your daughter. You wouldn't want nobody doing that to your moms, your sis, or nothing like that. So tighten up. But with that being said, like, subscribe, share. I appreciate the support. Saying out.
I got the moves like hot sauce. Lil' mama taking the top off. I'm laying down getting topped off. After this, she getting knocked off. I know she loving the money, so I keep on thumbing and thumbing. She say she horny when she taking shots, so I keep them coming and coming. Now I'm putting dick in her tummy, scoop her up like I'm raking her something. You would think shawty red track, the way that she running and running. You getting dumber and dumber. You out here chasing the bone. After she finished from giving me dome, the Uber is taking her home. Tight.